The college basketball experience pregame show for Feast Week Monday, November 25th edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Use our sign-up code, baby, TCESGPN, to get a 50% deposit up to $1,000. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code, TCESGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Start crushing college hoops, college football, and NFL with Rhythm. Get your 7-day free trial today by going over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM today. Welcome, everybody, into the college basketball experience pregame show. Hello. What a day, man. I mean, usually we're coming on here and we're like, man, I can't wait for the games. Well, I hope you checked out about the 10 games that have already been played today. Games have been absolutely off the charts. Headline by Memphis, getting it done outright in Maui over the two-time defending champs, UConn Huskies. That was a triple lock, by the way, last night. Everybody was on Memphis from our show. So hopefully you didn't take the square-ass side and just blindly bet Hurley and UConn. Shout out to Memphis, Penny Hardaway. Good win for them as they advance. They will get the winner of this next game, Colorado Sparty. Can't wait to talk about the remaining two games after that. Games going on right now. I see Penn State's up 19 with 4 minutes left on Fordham coming down the stretch here. We got Sparty and Colorado as well, tied with 12 minutes. We also got Michigan, Virginia Tech just tipped off. High Point, Old Dominion tied at the half. Northridge blowing out Denver, and K-State up 2 early on against Longwood. Games tipping off here at 6:30 as well, 7 o'clock. So let's intro. I am Moneyline Mac, a.k.a. the former video coordinator for Bob Huggins and Frank Martin. Also known as Mac Tonight over here at the College Experience. You better watch out. I got 5 hours of sleep last night, so I'm feeling like a spring chicken today, baby. Joining me to talk pregame show. You guys know him first from the Pump Fake Pod. He is none other than Michael Huffer. What is going on, Mike?
Like you said, a great day of hoops. I've been enjoying it, and a decent start to the day as well, betting wise. A couple bad beats, but been on the right side today. So let's hopefully continue the hot streak.
Yeah, I'll talk about my bad beats here in a minute. Third man in the booth, though, I'd rather talk about this guy. You guys know him from Underdog Fantasy Articles over at SGPN. He is none other than Matthew Dewoskin, a.k.a. Cannabis Capper. Cap, what's up, bro?
Mac, it's great to be here. Great to be back. I've been keeping an eye on the games, like one eye on work, the other eye on the games. If this is what we're getting for the rest of the week, this is gonna be a fantastic week of basketball. Like, seriously, this has been a fantastic slate so far.
This is how that goes. You got your work computer here. Next thing you know, you typed a paragraph. You don't even know what you typed. You fucking called the lady that you're emailing a bitch, and you're fired with HR. So make sure you turn on that spell check. Don't hit send until you proofread, especially in Feast Week. I'm sitting at 7-3. I'm kind of bitter that I'm 7-3. I feel like I should be 9-1. My two losses are combined by half a point, or combined 1 point. Chicago State, thank you for fouling, down 13 with 5 seconds to go in the game. I didn't know you had a 15 fucking play in the playbook. And then Southern Illinois just completely blowing a double-digit lead as a 5.5-point dog, losing in overtime to Louisiana Tech, who made 2 free throws with 0.4 seconds. So 7-3, and I got bad beat on 2 out of the 3. I'll take it, though. That means I got some magic mojo here tonight. 7-3, 70%. We'll always take that. Huff, how's your day going? Yeah, I know all three of us we talked are having good days.
Yeah, good day so far. Like sitting around 5-2 and 1-0 on my Twitter best bets. So feeling good. Took a couple days off. Got kind of wasted in Columbus, so we're getting back to it, and still we're enjoying hoops on the way there. So
we appreciate the honesty. You didn't say, "Oh, yeah, I was feeling out. I was getting fucked up for Ohio State, Indiana." You got it. You never know. You may never be back in that situation again, so you got to live it up. Cap, what are you doing today?
I'm doing all right. I'm about the same as Michael. The one that I'm bitter about is Jacksonville. I thought they were going to beat the crap out of Mercer, but they freaking choked it away. They were up by 10.5 and ended up losing outright.
Courtney Love got the win in that game. That line,
yeah, she definitely got the win in that game.
And shout out to Troy. Troy is still magnificently 40-0 in his leans. I mean, he is leaning with the best of them on Twitter. Make sure you bet those leans next time, Troy. You might actually make some money. Oh man, the ultimate troll. Real quick, let's pay the bills before we dive into the slate, because first you need to get on over there, and it's merch store time, Sunday through Thanksgiving. 25% off with the promo code Black Friday. That's right, 25% off everything, including where's my hat?
My your head, bro. No. It's not a SGPN hat for first time
Hold
ever.
on. It's right here. I see it. I moved it over there. I think I threw it when Southern Illinois didn't fucking cover. So I switched my hat. Here it is. It's back
there
right here.
There you go.
Yeah, 25% off. You can get this thing. You can get yourself an Eat Shit Pit shirt. You can get whatever the hell you want. And yeah, so get on over there. Use that merch store promo code Black Friday to get the best deal today.
Hey, Mac, do you have a favorite piece of SGPN merch that you've ever seen?
The Eat Shit Pit shirt.
Oh,
I
okay.
designed it myself.
I think my all-time favorite is the We Believe Sexy Sax T-shirt. It's my favorite.
Yeah, Veta had that on the other night. I saw that.
Yeah,
that's
a great design.
The Refs Are Terrorist shirt, that's upstairs. That's a good one. I have a first half under. I have the over under beers as well. I actually have a different beer shirt on, but not that one. So yeah, there's just a ton of good shit over there at the merch store. So get on over there today. All right. Let's start it off. Let's go to the 7:00 Eastern game. And we got a dandy. Where I'm drawing a blank. This game is in Florida, I believe.
Daytona Beach, yeah.
Estera or Daytona Beach? Yeah, Daytona Beach.
Yeah. So yeah,
Ocean Center.
This is shout out to Daytona. I don't remember them having this many MTEs last year. They're really filling it up here. So we got Clemson sitting currently, I believe, at a 3-point favorite now. Or no, 2.5, 3. It's bounced around. This is the top region. In the bottom region, we got Radford and Fort Wayne in the final. This one, we have Clemson playing San Fran, and then the winner is going to play who is this? What's the bracket look like? I'm pulling up the bracket real quick.
Okay.
Clemson, Daytona Beach. The winner is going to play Penn State Fordham. So they're going to play Penn State. So Penn State's rolling up 18 with 1:40 left. Hopefully Fordham can backdoor this. So who do you guys think? For Clemson or San Fran? I'm on San Fran. I actually think that they're the better team this year. I know they're getting a short number here. I think the line not moving is telling as well. I would imagine that the public I'm looking at right now is on Clemson. I just think the Dons' experience, they're coming off that tough freaking game where they gave the game away against Memphis. We saw Memphis, they're pretty good, clearly, or talented at least. I don't see any reason to sway away from my San Fran Don pick. Let's go. Don it up. I think they win the game outright.
I'm on the same side. This is a tough game to cap. We know I know that Clemson got drilled by Boise, and I think didn't Memphis also get drilled by Boise? No, they drilled Boise. Yeah, give me the team that drilled Boise as opposed to the team that got drilled by Boise.
Speaking of Boise, that was a hell of a game. The Jackrabbits gave them everything they could handle. That game just casually was a 2:30 game like on the side TV. I was like, holy
It was
shit, this
actually,
is a hell of a game.
13.5 was no sweat. That's for
Oh
sure.
my God.
It
Don't
was not,
disrespect my Jackrabbits.
And Beaver game. Henderson's cooking. They got those guys cooking this year. I'm with you guys. I think this is the Don's play. I would rather be on San Francisco than Clemson. Don't want to trust Brunell here, and I do think it's a tough travel spot. The only thing that scares me for San Francisco, but they've had some rest. They haven't played a game since Thursday at that semi-home game where they battled Memphis. I think they're going to come out a little pissed and feisty, and I really like them first half as well here too.
This is one where I might even consider buying a point just to get up to 3.5. I always feel a lot better with the full possession as opposed to just going with like the 2.5.
Full possession of value. And shout out to the Fordham big guy missing 2 free throws. Fuck you. All right, next up on the stock, we got Green Bay, Ohio State. Ohio State's only 25.5. No, give me Green Bay. I actually think Green Bay is a respectable program from a talent level. Gottlieb, every time they stepped up in competition this year, they've met the challenge. Hung in there against Providence. Hung in there against Oklahoma State. Ohio State's got a big one with Pitt on deck on Friday. Give me Green Bay and the Phoenix to lose by 18-22. I'll take the points.
This is actually in Columbus, is it not?
Yeah, this is in Columbus.
I'm going to have to disagree here. I think, though, what scares me, though, is Ohio State's got some internal something going on. We saw their player get suspended and they're not releasing anything due to privacy matters.
Uh-oh.
But one thing about the Ohio State team, probably, and I agree with you about Gottlieb, it might be too many points, but they've been drilling these teams, and I know that it could be like a 5 or 6 point game, and then all of a sudden you turn it off and look, and it's a 32-point game like we've seen with these teams. So I this is a no bet for me, but I'd have to take Ohio State with the lay.
Yeah, to your point, they've been drilling everybody. I mean, everybody except Texas A&M. I mean, they beat Evansville by 50.
Yeah, 25's a lot of points, though. That's they're whooping on you if they cover 25, and I think Green Bay will hang in there, but maybe they've just hung in there a little too much, and they lost to Evansville by 17. Ohio State beat them by like 50, almost 48 points.
If I'm gonna play this, I would. That's beefy. The Ohio State team total is at 90.5. That's beefy. I'd actually probably go under in the 90.5. Yeah. If I'm going to play it, I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to go. I'm going to go under on 90.5 points for Ohio State.
I like it. These fucking guys don't run it up on Gottlieb for whatever reason. Gottlieb's going to stay within this number.
Maybe, I guess they'll like him. Who knows?
I think they do like him. They know he's going to be back in the media in a year, so they keep no reason to burn a bridge with the guy that's going to be covering your games here a year from now when he quits coaching. But
sure enough.
Let's get on over there to Underdog Fantasy. Use that promo code right above Mike's head, TCE SGPN, to claim your special pick and first-time deposit. Offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. That is the Underdog Fantasy promo code, TCE SGPN. Alrighty, let's fire away some Underdog picks. Cap, you do the honors.
All right.
Who do we have representing on your shirt tonight? By the way,
it's North Dakota State.
It is the Bison.
Mighty Bison, yes.
Yeah, let's go.
For mine, I'm taking us to Ohio State and Auburn this evening. Ohio State has got a point guard by the name of Tamin Lipsey. Might have heard of him.
Iowa State.
Yeah, what did I say?
I think you said Ohio State. I was like,
I apologize.
You're just testing us. That's all.
No, I'm an idiot.
I was
Anyways,
like, damn, Iowa State's in trouble if they traded Lipsey to Ohio State.
Well, especially for this play, because Underdog Fantasy has Lipsey assists at only 2.5.
Oh yeah.
He's played fewer than 30 minutes in all of his games so far this year, but he's gone over 2.5 assists in every single one of them. He's playing a full workload tonight. He's going to get 35 minutes. So if he's out there for 35, he's soaring over 2.5 assists. Lock it in. Lipsey higher than 2.5 assists.
your company man, Cap.
Doing my best.
I'm going to co-sign that one with you. I like that one a lot. Lipsy's a big game player.
That number makes no sense. Underdog's not watching the games. We are.
Yes, his game is not sexy, but he gets shit done, and he's a bulldog. Honestly, maybe my favorite point guard in the country, just from a toughness standpoint. Just he gets so much shit done. Mike, leg number 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Boogie Fland over. I think he's sitting around either 1.5, 2.5 threes. I don't like TMZ. I don't like Arkansas, but I definitely don't want to take Maryland Eastern Shore. Eastern Shore doesn't defend the perimeter at all very well, and I expect them to shoot a little more threes. If you can't find the 3-1, because I only see it available on a couple, I would take him over to score 20. Higher. Sorry, I'm the worst at that.
Oh, so. No. I do articles on it and I get it wrong. So you're not the worst.
I'm the worst at that. So chat roast me on that one.
Did you say 2.5 threes or 1.5?
2.5 is juiced. It's plus money. 2.5 threes.
So what do you want to do? 2.5?
2.5. Yep.
All right. So take a plus money one. Pair it up. Cap. Number 3, okay. Where are we going?
I'm taking you to. It's gonna be a late night tonight for this one. I'm taking you to UNC in Dayton.
Yeah.
Seth Trimble PRA is only at 16.5. He could do that on points alone in this game. He's cleared the number by a lot in every game they've played. Even the game against Kansas, he was well over it. I like Seth Trimble over 16.5 PRA.
Higher
than 16.5 PRA. Square number with Underdog. They're, again, not watching the game, so let's lock it in.
Let's go higher for Trimble. Higher 16.5 points. Mike, for the finale.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to Xavier, South Carolina. I definitely don't like taking a higher points with South Carolina's tempo, but I think Xavier will be able to control it. Give me Fremantle over 13.5.
13.5 points, so higher than 13.5 points. So we got, to recap, 13-1, higher 13.5 points for Fremantle, higher 16.5 PRA for Trimble, Boogie higher than 2.5 threes, Lipsy higher than 2.5 assists. Get on over there, Underdog Fantasy, baby. Promo code TCESGPN. All righty, let's get back into this magnificent slate. Missouri State, what a freaking win last night. Beat the you-know-what at a High Point. Now, well, I don't know how good a win it is now that High Point's in a dogfight with Old Dominion. Yeah, that's one of the more perplexing ones, especially me laying double digits with High Point and potentially a bounce back. But nevertheless, let's talk Missouri State, BC. BC laying 3 here. BC's off a 30-point win.
Yeah.
I think Missouri State's able to junk it up, beat them up on the glass, or compete with them on the glass and just muck up this game. I think Missouri State's going to win the game outright. So I will take a shot on them. And, yeah, I like them to win outright. So, yeah, give me the 3.
Okay. So far, Boston College. So let me. I just had it. And I just lost it. BC. They look kind of mediocre, but they got again, like you said, to your point, you got the big 30-point win. They beat up on Loyola Maryland. Everybody does. They got past tempo. Actually, I kind of like this year. They look crappy against VCU, but other than that, they haven't looked that bad. I mean, they haven't looked that bad this year. I'll lay it. Give me BC. It's a step up in competition for Missouri State, and I think BC with the hot hand is the side I want to be on. Battle.
Let's go.
I will. I'll break the tie and go with Missouri State here. I've liked this Missouri State team. I was originally going to fade them because they were in that exhibition game. They just looked horrible. But sometimes they just don't get up for those games and overlook them. And first time playing with each other, even in those exhibition games with these transfer teams. If this was in Chestnut Hill, I think BC wins definitely, at least by 5 or 6. I bet the line would be around 5.5 more. So Yeah, I'll go with Missouri State here.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's go over to the next one. Let's go to Denton, Texas, where we got Oregon State, North Texas. Oregon State, I mean, they've looked all right, but they have not played outside of Corvallis. That was a heartbreak city the other night against Oregon. Now they're going down to Denton, where I think this is a tough matchup for them. They're off the emotional win. Now they got to play a physical-ass North Texas team. North Texas is laying – damn, this number's down to 4.5. So some people like the Beavs here. Not me. Give me North Texas. I rarely fade North Texas away from Denton. Or sorry, what I rarely fade them when they're in Denton. I usually fade them when they hit the road. Love what I've seen from Ross Hodge so far this year in his group. They hit the road. They won at Minnesota. They competed with McNeese. That was a hell of a game last Monday night. I think this is a nice get-right spot for North Texas here. They did have a D2 in between. I just think that they open it up at home like they usually do. Give me North Texas to win by 10.
Okay, I can see it.
I've been back and forth on this one when it came to a side, but I just went ahead and this may be a little square, but taking the under originally just because of the pace of play. Both teams solid defensively. Average possession length for North Texas 345. Oregon State's defense 335 in the country, while North Texas defense is at 342. I don't see anyone running out here and chucking up shots. They don't. I mean, Oregon State shoots the ball a little better than North Texas. So, but I think their defense will be able to handle Oregon State. So that makes me probably like North Texas, but I just went with no points, and it's an ugly game.
I'd co-sign. I think we're all expecting this one to be a bit ugly, but and my thought is, nobody walks into the Super Pit and walks out with a dub. Yeah. North Texas. I like it. I bet this at 6. I like it even better at 4.5 or 5 or whatever the numbers. Depends on the book you're at. Yeah, coach. I just think North Texas is going to choke the life out of that Oregon State offense. It's going to be a fun game to watch. Oh, it's going to be an ugly game to watch, but I kind of want to see how this one plays out.
Sometimes those games are fun.
Yeah, we like Tinkle as a person, but Ross Hodge is a better coach than Tinkle, in my opinion, at this stage in his career.
Agree.
So, yeah, let's go. I wore green for the Mean Green tonight. Let's go.
Let's go, Mean Green.
Next up on the slate, moving along. Liberty, McNeese. This line flipped to 0 like I said it would last night. McNeese now laying 1. Not scared. I like McNeese. I think McNeese is the better basketball team, and I think Liberty impressive win against K-State last night. That was a great win for them, but I don't think that they can do it back-to-back nights against K-State's physicality or size, and then follow it up with the size, athleticism, speed of McNeese. I think Will Wade and company control the tempo here in 3 games in 3 days. So I'm on the Cowboys. Go Pokes once again with McNeese.
Yeah, I think this has got to favor McNeese. The spot favors McNeese for sure. We've seen them look really good against Illinois State and Longwood. I like both of those teams, and they kind of they beat Illinois State by 8. They beat Longwood by 15. Liberty, I'm sorry, flipping around. Liberty again, the big win over Kansas State outright. I think this is a letdown spot for them. Got to be after that.
I don't think they're going to have the legs to close it out.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You said the line flip McNeese is favored now. Is that correct?
Yeah, although I think it depends on your book. So we'll call it at a pick.
Okay. In that case, I'll pick McNeese. Win outright. Let's go.
What? Why is everybody disrespecting McNeese this year? Just because they lost South Dakota State, who's good? I mean, they lost them in South Dakota. I don't know what it is.
I think it was a bit of the hype train that kind of got derailed after the early loss.
I think it's because maybe Liberty too beat Charleston, but I would take McNeese over Charleston. I think even too on a neutral.
Agree.
That game would be awesome.
McNeese is good. Yeah. So all right, 3 across the board, guys. McNeese, what could go wrong? Let's get
2 in a
over.
row.
Yes, exactly. We'll come back to the chat. Make sure you guys throw whatever games you guys want us to talk about in the chat. But in the meantime, let's go over to the Battle of Indiana. Not too far from you, Mike. Let's go. The Sycamores are playing the Screaming Eagles. And this is actually one of my favorite bets of the night.
Me too.
love the Screaming Eagles as a home dog here. They beat them 2 years ago when they came there. Indiana State, once again, I think is just getting too much respect here based off of last year. And Avila and Schertz aren't there. I have not seen anything from Indiana State other than the win over Ball State. I guess that they've had a little bit of a pulse, but still, Southern Indiana has been competitive in a much harder schedule. Southern Indiana is going to win the game outright at home.
I think there too.
I got to agree with you here. And, Indiana State beating Ball State. I know they beat Eastern Kentucky, which was a crazy collapse today. I have not been impressed with Ball State. Being a grad, I have to follow them, although I might root for a different Indiana team. I still have to follow them. And they've really let me down. I rarely fade them. But I agree with you here, Mac. I really like Gerard and what Southern Indiana has been able to do, although their record doesn't really show for it. They were lost to 2 by DePaul in overtime. They collapsed against Bucknell. They beat Bellarmine and beat South Dakota. South Dakota is came in and started off the year hot. And I just see that magic continuing because it's a home game for them. And 2 in a row for Indiana State. I just think it's a letdown. And they're starting to look ahead to that neutral site tournament or MTE that they have come up as well too. So I think it's even a look ahead spot for Indiana State here.
Right, cosign. Southern Indiana, the only team that's kept it close with DePaul this year.
I know. Good point. Hey, we lost Beanick. He must see that Virginia Tech's up 10 early on Michigan, so he disappeared behind the scenes. Let's go Hokies, baby. 11's a lock battle. Hopefully getting 10 or getting I think I'm getting 11, and they just cut it to 6, so they're up 6. They're getting 11. Come on, just cover, get me the win. Preferably win outright because I do enjoy when Michigan sucks, especially so I can fuck with Noah. But anyway, I digress. South Carolina Xavier. This game, is it still sitting at 6.5?
Nope.
No, I see 4. Yeah,
I got a 5, but either way, the line is shrunk.
I took the Cox last night in a lock battle here. I think Lamont Paris is good as a dog. I think he in the SEC, they've popped up in these dog rolls, whether it was Georgia, LSU. I think the Gamecocks are live in this game. I need to see Xavier away from the Cinta Center too. So I think South Carolina's physicality. Reminder too, I know South Carolina dropped the opener to North Florida. Yeah. They also have a 30-point win over Towson. So it's not like they've been completely inept. I know they kind of got it opened up against Indiana on the road, but that's a tough place to play. I think this is a one-possession game. I think South Carolina has a shot to win it, so I'll take the Gamecocks, my former school. Mike?
Yeah, I 3 triple locks in a row almost by us. I think I'll have to battle you here. I agree. The cap against Xavier, because they haven't played a game away from the Cinta Center, and that place is rocking, a tough place to play, although IU Indy played them tough to the wire.
Yeah.
Beating up on Wake Forest. South Carolina will not let this game get away from them early, I would say. But I think the foul game wins in the end here, and I like Xavier by 6 to 8. This will be a sweaty 4.5, 5.5.
Cap, how about you? What time is this game?
I'll lay it with Xavier. I don't love it.
8:30 game.
I've just seen South Carolina look so mediocre this year.
It'll probably get delayed too. About the timing, maybe.
This is the doubleheader with the Hokies and Wolverines. So winner will play the winner of this game. Virginia Tech up to 9 now, under 8 in the first half. So that's why Beanick hasn't returned.
Where are you, Noah?
Beanick, you can't hide, baby. Let's go Hokies. He's gonna fucking shoot somebody in the face if they fucking lose to Virginia Tech after he's bashed them for 3 straight weeks on this show.
Yeah. And they've looked horrible too.
They're fucking point guards out for gambling, and they fucking are up 9 on Michigan. Let's go Hokies. Michigan will probably come back, but hopefully they at least cover. So you guys are both on Xavier.
Yep.
But it didn't sound like you guys were very confident in it.
No,
definitely not my most. Definitely not my most confident. But I think my cap is the foul game will win it, and South Carolina keeps it close for the most part.
I think if you can get a 4 on Xavier, take the 4.
Yeah, it's on. I see BetMGM and ESPN Bet has 4.5.
If you can like 4.5, yeah.
The Illini taking on Little Cock. Speaking of cock. Little Cock going out there to the Illini, laying 23. I think it's a tad too high. I said Illinois minus 20 last night. It's up to 23. They'll sway over to the Little Cock side here. Illinois wins by 22. Not a strong conviction play, as you can tell in my voice. These games are hard to gauge, man. The motivation, look ahead, let down. I don't know. I think Illinois is a little bit overrated, still trying to find themselves.
Agree. Yeah. They lost a lot from last year. Oh, yeah. I can't even. No, I was trying to figure out where I couldn't find the line in the book. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I live in Illinois. That's why I can't find it.
Yeah. Hey, you know, with that bad beat of Radford and Longwood, Radford and Chicago State, I wish I just followed the guidelines and not bet the game. So I could have just not had money loss on that ridiculous foul down 13 with 5. But I found a little other source and a little offshore action, and bit me in the ass.
So if I could bet this game in Illinois, I would probably look to fade the Illini. Give me a Little Cock plus 23. I kind of like the Little Cock team total. If I was going to bet this game,
I'll battle. I think Illinois, even though they beat Maryland Eastern Shore by 57 points, I kind of see maybe a first half letdown. Little Rock's been able to battle. They came to IU last year and played them tough, even though it was around the holidays. Illinois kind of maybe looking ahead to their Thursday game, so scared of that. But I do like the under here, which again, going back to my cap, I'll value on Little Rock points here. I think Illinois' defense is pretty stout compared to the other teams.
What do you get the number at?
Team total I just had the game under 153 and a half. 152
game under 153.
So it'd be like
51,
60 something. Yeah. Or
no way.
59.
59. Yeah, it'd be closer.
Which is probably actually not a bad call, but yeah. I don't think Illinois does what they've done in the past. 87 2 games in a row, 90 against SIUE, which is probably the best low major that they've played. So yeah, it does scare me taking an under with how fast the pace is, though.
That's what I thought is exactly from a pace standpoint is that they're going to inch over with the amount of possessions they're going to get.
All right, let's go over to the game at night real quick. First, I want to tell you though that we are brought to you by Rhythm, baby. Get on over there. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is the sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. You're going to want to bet the game I'm about to give out here and the next one between Auburn and Iowa State. So whichever side I say on the program, get on over there to Rhythm and bet it today. You could also do so at MyBookie. Bet over there at MyBookie. New improved website and mobile device, and they got every game over there as well. And it's huge for Feast Week. Get on over there to mybookie.ag and use our promo code SGPN. Beanick, still nowhere to be found. It's getting dark in that house over there in Michigan. Hokies still clinging to an early lead.
Is it thunder snowing yet? Is that what thunder snow?
Good question. Before Auburn and Iowa State, I have a breaking news message. The Long Island Sharks just tipped off, and they hold a 5-0 lead over Winthrop. So shout out to the Sharks getting 13 here today. Colby, dude, if they win again.
Well, I've got 7-2 Sharks. Oh no, 7-4 Sharks. Winthrop's closing.
Dude, if they fucking win again, I may not come to the show tonight. I can't listen to the Sharks. Even though I bet the Sharks tonight, I can't listen to this fucking LIU shit anymore. They're fucking rolling. They actually been playing some quality ball sitting at 3.
Really?
Yeah,
really?
they won on the road.
They're
twice.
a fun team.
Air Force
as double-digit dogs.
Yeah, they beat Air Force, and what was the other team they just beat over the weekend?
Charlotte.
Yeah.
Charlotte's a good program.
I know. I was kind of surprised by that. But let's go to this one. Auburn, Iowa State. I've been called by many today. I'm an idiot for taking Iowa State. So every time I'm called an idiot, I bet a couple more dollars on this. The Clones. This is a picture perfect spot for them, in my opinion. Going out west. Nobody believes in them again. And this is where Otzelberger, just as a head coach of Iowa State, has thrived in this dog role. They did it at PK a couple years ago, beat Carolina, beat Villanova. They did it multiple times as a home dog over the years, whether it was Houston, Kansas. And they're going to travel better than Auburn as well. And they have a style that I think will bother Auburn away from the jungle, mucking it up here and controlling the tempo. So give me Iowa State, Lipsy to control the tempo with those veteran guards. And I think the Cyclones get it done in front of that home crowd, home-ish crowd. I mean, there will be Auburn fans, but Iowa State will have the crowd with how crazy Cyclone Nation is. So all over the Cyclones, let's go.
Mac, I've got a question for you.
Yep.
What would Iowa State do differently than Houston did? What I guess the question is, like, what would be the difference between Iowa State tonight and Houston a week ago?
Well, Houston had a 10-point lead with 10 minutes left, and I felt like they collapsed because it was the second game without Jamal Shed. I think Iowa State's able to close out the game because they got Taman Lipsy, Gilbert, Momlovich, or however you pronounce his name. They got guys that have played together. And they've closed out big games before. So that's my main reason on Iowa State. Houston gave that game to Auburn at the end of the game with their errors down the stretch. Iowa State back against the wall, dog mode. Let's go.
Oh, so that was the Auburn post-fight game, was it not?
Yes, that was the back against the wall Auburn game. You are right.
It really was.
Everybody was against him because of the plane fight. Who knows what the hell they did on the plane ride this go.
That's a long flight, I was just about to say. And if we didn't hear any news, maybe it is good news for Iowa State because they got to beat each other up here. Otzelberger versus Pearl. I'm so pumped for this. I hate fading Bruce Pearl, but I think Auburn is I mean, their defense is not. I mean, they're still good defense, but I think Iowa State even has a better defense than Houston. I mean, 100%. So I'm all over the Cyclones. I took them outright. Keep the points. I want to have a dog in the situation. Long flight to Hawaii. Hopefully they didn't fight each other and were on good behavior because they won't get up for this game. Iowa State has played all games on Monday. They've had a week off each time. Auburn, the first time having a week off. Sometimes people like that rest advantage, but sometimes it throws off their mojo as well too. So, give me Otzelberger. Otzelberger beat Houston twice last year, so he knows how to do the same thing that Auburn just did.
Okay, sure. I'm on Iowa State, but the only thing that gives me pause is that Iowa State hasn't played anyone. Like literally, they've 3 games. I think UMKC is probably the best win they have. Yep. So
they had the preseason.
Yeah. So they're like coming off their preseason straight into this game. That's the only thing that gives me any pause. Other than that, I've already bet. I bet this last night Iowa State +4, and I sprinkled the money line as well. So that should tell you how concerned I am about it.
Shop till you drop. And to compare it to UConn, because I know UConn had the same narrative, Iowa State's got a shitload of guys back from last year. Like, we've seen them play in big games. UConn, outside of Caravan, they don't have anybody back from that team. They're trying to mold these new guys. I know The guard Diarra, he played a little bit, but they're trying to mold Mahaney, Reed, and those guys into roles and win big games. And they were laying 8. I thought that line was one of the biggest gifts of the year. That UConn was laying almost double digits. Like, that was a number that they would lay with the national championship team last year on a neutral floor against Memphis. So, let's go. Dog it up with the Clones.
That's right.
I'm going to dog it up here again. Dayton.
Okay.
Same handicap as Iowa State. Anthony Grant and Dayton, this program, whenever they've been in these MTEs, they've stepped up. They've been the giant killer. They've beaten Kansas. They've beaten who did they beat last year? They beat St. John's. Yep. They've gotten in the final in every single one of these tournaments, because a lot of it is they kind of have a home game because their fan base is psychotic, just like Iowa State. I like those Dayton guards to be able to control the tempo tonight, and I'm not buying into Carolina just because they got a nice little win on Hawaii, ran up the score at the end here. I think Carolina's still trying to find their identity, and I think Dayton, the dog, better coach. Sign me up, Flyers.
Okay. I think the line's telling us what's going to happen here.
Yeah, you like Carolina.
I do like Carolina. Why did the line go up to 9?
Is there an injury?
Nothing I'm aware of.
Fade the line move. That's
the line move hasn't been working in 2024 yet. Really. It just scares me about McNeese tonight, even, I guess.
Well, so. Boise shot up from 11 to 13 earlier today, and I was like, "What the hell is who? How is this moving from 11 to 13?" Maybe I'm missing
some public money coming in. I mean, a little bit of like guys at work like throwing a couple bucks on it and driving the line up is my thought.
Could be, yeah.
So I don't know. I the fact that the line moved up a little bit, that's the direction I'm going in. I bet this last night. I think I got like -7.5. It's up to 9. I'd still lay the 9. Give me North Carolina. They're gonna. It's Dayton outside of their gym. They're not the same team.
May I remind you, last time they were in Maui, they got to the finals. They had that electric game against Kansas. Remember that?
Vaguely, yeah.
That was a great game.
They did have Obi Toppin. So, in fairness to your angle, they don't have Obi Toppin tonight.
No, they don't. It's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same roster as previous. Yeah, I think North Carolina is a better roster. I'll lay the 9. Let's go. Now, Michael, tell me how stupid I am.
No, I mean, I faded North Carolina with Hawaii and had one of the worst beats of my life thanks to Ian Jackson. I about called every person and reported an anonymous tip about Ian Jackson gambling because I was so mad. I have to agree. I think North Carolina the better team. Dayton will try to control the pace here, but I don't know if they can keep up with North Carolina. I do actually like fading. I like taking the under here just due to Dayton's style of play, which makes me kind of like North Carolina, I would say, just and banking that Dayton doesn't get as much points as I think that they can get. And North Carolina's point distribution percentage is really coming from the 2 and free throws. That ACC whistle may be strong here late at 12:30 when you're about to do TCE and we're watching Dayton, North Carolina late. So that ACC whistle may be strong. But I'll take the under 156. Maybe I see 157.5 as well too.
Really? Okay. I'll ride with
I know it's a North Carolina under. I'm kind of contrarian with my totals, so yeah.
Let's get over to the chat. It's rocking tonight. Noah, you can come back. Michigan has a 1-point lead. Quit hiding. That's covering this fucking game. North Carolina A&T Buffalo. What's this line current number at? Buffalo -3. Give me A&T. Who's Buffalo to be laying points against anybody?
Give me A&T outright. I think they win this in the money line.
I bet that's
absolutely. A&T 3.5. That's ridiculous. This Buffalo team
sucks.
It's terrible. But they've overblown my expectations because I thought they were going to be even worse than they were due to that exhibition game, just like that Missouri State. But they kind of started off strong. A&T, though, has been a little darling for me this year. Got to keep the magic.
Fair enough.
Incarnate Word. This is a dandy. How about this? This is in the weeds.
Yeah.
I laid it with South Alabama. I'm not betting it though.
Yeah, I'd have to lay it here and just I don't think Incarnate Word could take the points, but man, I'm not betting this. Props to you if you are.
Lay it with South Alabama. I don't feel good about Incarnate Word tonight. No, so yeah, I'd be okay betting South Alabama here. I like the spot for them. Let's go.
I'll tell you a spot I like. I like the Billikens back at home tonight.
Really?
Off that embarrassing second half here. I think Shirts and company gets right. I don't think Quinnipiac's very good. I said it last year. I don't think that they're very good again.
And they lost their players too, right?
They lost a lot. It's a back-to-back road spot. I think it's a nice Billiken spot here tonight. I'll lay the 8.5. It's up to 8.5, 6.5 7.5 last night.
I got a 10.5 right now.
Woo!
Ooh,
that's steaming too much for me.
Give me Quinnipiac plus the 10.5. Let's go.
You dirty bastard.
I'm with Mac on the Billikens. This is actually one of my I like the spread. I even have them in that like 2-team money line parlay. It's kind of gone now. Like I've done that like as my teasers. I don't normally do parlays, but you shouldn't tease college basketball probably is another word to the wise. But that's kind of a way to have a teaser. St. Louis, it was at like minus 280 this morning. Now it's already up. I see to minus 350, minus 375. So that's kind of gone. So yeah, I actually really like St. Louis here. Both defenses are horrible, but I think Quinnipiac's got a worse offense. St. Louis will win by 15 to 16 here.
I got to take the 10.5. That's a buy for me. Sorry, too many points.
Rio Grande Lemoyne. I took the points.
Give me the Rio Grande. I love what they've done, but they are becoming kind of a public dog, which is scaring me a little bit.
Grande's favored.
Well, I just mean like a public, underdog,
public darling,
kind of public darling. Yeah,
I've got a 13.5 on Lemoyne. Give me a 13.5.
It's too many. Speaking of too many, New Hampshire, Columbia. Columbia's like 17.5. No, New Hampshire.
Oh,
I can't. No, that's the one. That's the 100 gambler game of the night. I can't. I don't want to lay 17 with Columbia. And I don't want to take New Hampshire under any circumstances.
You don't want to lay 17.5 with Columbia when they're 7-0 and a ultimate buy high spot. I mean, you're crazy if you take Columbia tonight.
You really are, but I don't. New Hampshire's really terrible. They're not very. They're a bad team.
They're a bad team, but I mean, okay, I'm defending New Hampshire here. I mean, Holy Cross lost by 2, Marist lost by 6 or 5, I should say. Columbia is probably the best team they've played since Connecticut and Massachusetts, though. That's too many points. New Hampshire sucks, though. I'm not betting this.
Fade the undefeated here. Let's go.
Yeah.
Final one in the chat. Iona Cornell. This is a good one. I already have bet this. I have Tobin Anderson. I think they win the game outright at home. Iona got embarrassed by West Virginia. I don't think they're that bad. I think they're feisty at home. We saw it. Who'd they beat? Vermont. I think they win the game outright.
Yeah, cosign. Yeah, I would just take Iona on the money line. You can keep the 1.5.
Yeah, I like Iona here. I did see a decent amount of people on Iona, which a little scared me. But this Cornell team isn't the same Cornell team we've seen in the past. They do try to control the pace and run and gun. But they don't have the same offense we've seen. Losing to Bob Morris by 10, only beating Lafayette by 10. LaSalle losing to them. Give me Iona at home here on the home spot.
Let's go to our favorite bets of the night. Mine, I already talked about it last night. The Clones, Iowa State outright. Take the 3.5, 4, whatever you can find. Shop around. But I think they win the game outright.
Okay.
I like McNeese. McNeese here on the money line against Liberty. I think I'd rather just take Will Wade and root for McNeese. Liberty's slow pace. I like the under in that game as well. So yeah, I think McNeese gets it done on the money line.
Jeez. I'd probably say Iowa State's probably my favorite bet. Let's take. I would probably go to North Carolina then. Be my next favorite. I'll lay the UNC is my next is next on my list.
Let's go moneyline dog.
Okay.
Yes.
Huff, lead it off. We hit 7-1 the one time. Let's hit it again.
We did. Oh, this is tough.
Oh, I know where I'm going. Oh, I should have taken this as my favorite.
Go ahead. I'm in a couple. Go ahead.
North Carolina A&T plus 140.
I like that.
That should be my favorite.
It's all right. You gave it out in this segment. I'm betting that with you.
I was saving it.
I like Commerce too, by the way. Commerce at Stonehill. I like that dog too. I think Commerce is better than Stonehill.
Yep.
Stonehill's though.
Couple sickos there, A&T and
it's real sicko. That's very sickos.
A&T and A&M.
Should I continue the sickness? Because I got something pretty sick as well.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna get Norfolk State against UC Davis. We didn't talk about this game. UC Davis is a really good team. I know that they got Ty Johnson. But I think they're a little hungover from the Grand Canyon game. That's going to be my cap. I've liked what I've seen from Norfolk State. They're off 2 losses, but they played Stanford and Grand Canyon. I know that UC Davis wins outright in the away, but I like the long odds here for Norfolk State. I think it'll be close the entire game.
Yeah,
I like that. I know where
one.
Mac's going.
What, Iowa State? Yeah, I already gave it out as my lock. So I'll zigzag over to Southern Indiana. Plus 125 on the money line. So 17-1 A&T, Norfolk, and Southern Indiana. So mid-major parlay here. You want to do a high major parlay?
Can we throw Iowa State in there anyway to see what number we get?
Yeah, we can throw Iowa State since we all co-sign it.
I almost did Missouri. I almost did Missouri State too, but I thought about just making it really long. And
46-1 with Iowa State included in there.
Okay,
let's get rich.
Okay, so we got each one, and then we add in another one. So let's go. All right,
love it.
I like it. I'm going to bet these right now. Got 6 minutes till the game's tip. I think Michigan is up 2 at the half. K-State clinging to a 9-point lead against Longwood. High Point going through the motions, only up 5 against Old Dominion. They ain't covering. Merrimack up 3 at Lowell at the half. Winthrop's up 5. San Fran just tipped. They're up 2 on the Clemson Tigers. Sparty in Colorado, 7-point game because the number 7.5, or whatever number you got it at. So games tip it off here in 6 minutes. Can't wait to see you guys later tonight to preview Tuesday. Woo! Have you seen Tuesday's slate? Oh my God! Kansas, Duke, Houston, Alabama, Maui, Atlantis. Oh my God! I can't wait. We'll see you guys in a couple hours. We are going to go live after Dayton and North Carolina, or if it becomes a blow when Dayton's fucking them up, we'll go live. Just kidding.
You don't have to worry about that. I mean, you'll be going. It's going to be a very late night, Mac. Don't worry.
But yeah, it'll probably be a 2 a.m. show, 2:30 show. So set your alarm clocks if you want to take a nap. I don't need that shit. I'm not fucking soft. That's all I got. He's at Michael _Huffer 3. He's at Cannabis Capper. And I'm at Moneyline _Mac. We are the college basketball experience. We're getting the hell up on out of here. See you in a couple hours. Enjoy the action. And we are out of here.